Of course, with the last round of the monthly child tax credit payments being sent out yesterday, this was a huge priority for Democratic leaders. They really wanted to get this thing extended, so payments would then continue going out in January as well. And now that it looks like the Build Back Better bill won't pass before the Christmas deadline, the only other alternative, if possible, would be to extend them in a separate bill. When House Speaker Nancy Pelosi was asked about the possibility of Congress passing a standalone extension of the child tax credit, this is what she had to say.
If Democrats don't get Build Back Better finished soon, would you consider a standalone piece of legislation just for the child tax credit? Because you have a deadline where the IRS won't be able to send out January's payment on time this month.
Well, it's going to be going out today, this month.
January's payment.
Oh, you said this month.
They have said that they need it done by the 28th in order to make the change.
Just a question of what, of course, we could pass that in the House. Whether we could pass it in the Senate remains to be seen. But I don't want to let anybody off the hook on the BBB to say, well, we covered that one thing, so now the pressure is off. I think that that is really important leverage in the discussion on BBB, that the children and their families will suffer without that payment. Not everybody gets it on a monthly basis, but those who need it the most do. And so we're just still optimistic about BBB passing, and perhaps even if it were after the first of the year, which I hope it is not, that it could be retroactive if it's early enough in the first of the year.
Pelosi says, I don't want to let anyone off the hook on Build Back Better by passing the child tax credit in a separate bill. Pelosi says families will suffer without the payment, and because of that, it's important leverage for her to use. So while many aspects of the Build Back Better bill hope to reduce the cost for families by including the child tax credit payments, universal pre-K, and funding for childcare, Republican Senator Tim Scott says the bill will actually increase the cost of childcare.
Thank you, Senator Burr, for leading this important press conference on an issue that is not a Republican issue or a Democratic issue. It is simply an American issue. Imagine, if you will, households across the country, specifically those households in South Carolina, the one like I grew up in when I was a kid. Single-parent household waking up to the sense of desperation because your gas prices are up nearly 75%. So instead of spending less than $2 a gallon in 2020, you're now spending over $3.30 a gallon in 2021. Imagine, if you will, turning your heat up or likely turning your heat down to conserve money because your utilities are up 25%. And then you wake up to the BBB, as I call it, the Build Back Broker plan, and you realize that the bone-crushing, life-changing, hope-stealing, job-killing aspects of the BBB includes increasing your child care costs, as Senator Burr said, by $13,000. But to understand the actual impact of that $13,000, you have to first understand that the current cost is over $15,000. So said in a way that everybody in our nation can understand, with median income around $34,000, you take taxes out, the cost of child care is now more than your take-home pay. Literally providing child care for one kid is more than the take-home pay of the average income in our nation. And somehow we are to celebrate this notion that the government is here to do something for you, when in fact, you know the government is taking something from you. And what are they taking? Your hope, your future, your plans. And so while we may think of this as a exercise of political philosophy, one side versus the other, we may think of this as the red versus the blue. This is literally an attempt to fundamentally transform what it means to take care of your child in the place you want to send your child, by eliminating options, increasing the cost, and stealing the hope from far too many families who deserve better from their government.
If you enjoyed the content in today's video, make sure to give it a like and leave a relevant comment below. Thank you so much, and I truly hope you have a great rest of your day.